New Orleans, Troop N making some incredible progress. It's so unbelievable on social media. There is a major dysfunction with the hyper left, these loony left, woke folks getting on social media. It's like Troop N making arrests, busting people like tinted glass on windows or no license plate, using that to pull people over and then finding guns and drugs. And the hyper liberal woke folks are freaking out like, oh, unwarranted stops, searching when you shouldn't be searching, just all this stuff like trying to defend the criminal. It's like the windows are tinted too dark. That's against the law. They don't have a license plate. That's against the law. And then when they have guns and drugs, you're bummed that they got busted. I don't understand the loony left woke hyper liberals. It's insane. More worried about the criminal than us, the citizens, the law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. No, the state troopers aren't over-aggressive. They're just doing their job. But some of the posts are like mentioning Ronald Green and stuff like that, like when the police go too far. There's examples of that everywhere. There's a doctor that operated on the wrong knee. The left knee was supposed to have the ACL surgery. They did the right knee. I mean, people make mistakes, and people do it maliciously, vindictively. There's some people that shouldn't be police. Slip through the cracks, become police, and they're not built for it. Wrong person to have a badge. No, bad things happen. But you're going to just use that as like, hey, that happened. Ronald Green, no state troopers at all in New Orleans. They're making headway. We're already seeing a great reduction in violent crime in New Orleans with the NOPD and with Ann Kirkpatrick and this rededication, this refocus. The New Orleans Coalition, zero tolerance for this crap. DA Jason Williams, smart, common sense. I ran on this platform, but now that I'm DA, that platform doesn't work. That liberal woke stuff doesn't work. I have to do what's right. I got to do what's right. And then these judges, the pressure on them and the magistrates, this low bail and bond, come on. These are violent criminals. So no, we're starting to see a great reduction in crime. The criminals are starting to think twice. I might get busted for minor stuff like, drifting cars to bigger stuff, carjacking cars or worse. No, and now you have, with the improvement, we're going in the right direction and it's noticeable. Then you bring in Troop N and you jack it up to an entirely different level. And they're not even fully manned yet. It's like 10 or 12 cops. It's like a dozen. They'll be 50 eventually, 50. And these are veteran cops, so they know what's going on. I was wrong when I said have Troop N just be in the French Quarter. They're out-of-town troopers. They'll be dealing with out-of-town tourists. It's a good fit. They can worry about the quarter, and then it frees up the NOPD for other areas. But with the consent decree, the NOPD is limited. The state troopers aren't. And it's not about stop and frisk or harassing people or violating people's civil rights. It's not about that at all. It's about pulling over cars that don't have a license plate, where the NOPD don't have the time, the manpower, the people out there seeing it, or whatever. They're going to a bigger call, something more important than pulling over a motorist for a no driver's, no license plate, no brake tag, the tin on the car too dark. State troopers can do it. Maybe it's just a ticket. Maybe it's just a warning. I'm certain when you see the story today in the Times-Picayune with these troopers getting 2 or 3 arrests, guns, drugs, other stuff in the car, how many dozens of folks got pulled over that got a ticket or were let go, said, okay, just get the tint changed or, get the license plate or fix the brake light, whatever. That's not talked about. But boy, these hyper-woke liberals all freaked out about the state troopers going overboard. Crime is going down in New Orleans. Violent crime is going down. It is an incredible feeling as a New Orleanian seeing this right in front of our eyes. And then hearing, I'm not in agreement with the mayor too much at all, or the governor. I love the mayor's summer of Super Bowl comment back on Tuesday. And I love the governor saying by February Super Bowl, New Orleans will be the safest city in America. That's a bold statement. And even if we aren't literally the safest, that's what he wants to do. That's the goal. That's the direction. I love it. That's what we should be shooting for.